been asked for a few exercises to help strengthen the pelvic floor, so here we go. We're going to start on our backs, and you'll notice that when we come down to our backs, there's a natural curve of the spine. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to straighten that out. We're flattening out that spine by taking the pelvis and tilting it so that we're nice and flat throughout the entire spine. And we're going to hold that engagement in the pelvic floor. So these exercises can be done 3 to 5 of them if you'd like, and then you're going to hold them for about 5 seconds each, and then you can relax that. As time goes on, you can start to hold these a little bit longer. So now we're going to imagine a clock, if you will, on our belly, and we're going to think of 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So we're going to press down, finding 12 o'clock, so we're flattening out that spine, and then we're going to relax that and think 6 o'clock. So there's that natural curve of the spine coming back. So these are just pelvic tilts, so we're going to press down, and then back to 6 o'clock. So again, you'll do a few more of these, just going through a few of them so you can see just ways to engage that pelvic floor. Again, there's that clock on the belly. We're going to flatten out the spine first to start, and we're going to start to think 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. So slight movement. We're pressing down on each side. We're not moving the legs. We're keeping that spine flat, and we're just engaging different sides of the body. And then now we're going to think 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So we're going to press in through 2 o'clock and then 10 o'clock. Again, keeping that spine tight to the mat the whole time. And you'll see that we're starting to engage different parts of the core. Next, we're going to incorporate the use of a Pilates ball. If you don't have a Pilates ball, you can use a yoga block, or you can have a towel, multiple towels rolled up together so that you've got some space. So you want to be about hip distance apart. Again, we're going to start with that pelvic tilt. So we're going to flatten out that spine, and we're going to squeeze that ball a lot. And we're just going to hold here. Now, while we're here, we can also start to do a little bit of inner thigh work, engaging in that pelvic floor and just squeezing, nice and slow, and release. And squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. If you want to be a little bit more advanced, we're going to take these knees above, and just by taking those knees up, you'll feel that that pelvic floor engages even more. We're flattening out through the spine, and again, we're going to squeeze the ball, hold that squeeze, press down through that spine, engage the pelvic floor. Again, if you want to take this a little bit further, a little bit more advanced, we'll take the hands and the thighs, and as we press down with the spine, squeeze in with the knees, the hands are going to resist, and we're going to try and bring those knees towards us. This is a lot harder than it looks, and the goal here is to keep that spine nice and tight to the floor. Go ahead and move the feet back down onto the mat. Again, important that we're imprinting into the mat so the pelvic floor is engaged. We're squeezing the ball, and then now I want you to start to press the outsides of the feet towards the outer edges of the mat. So again, lots going on here. Pelvic floor is engaged, knees are squeezing, and we're pressing the outer edges of the feet into the mat and towards the outer sides of the mat. We hold and release. And again, doing that a couple of times. We're going to take a strap, something that's firm, not an elastic band, and we're going to take it onto the ankles of the feet. You want to keep that nice and tight. We're going to roll onto our bellies. We're going to bend at the knees. We're going to keep those knees together. We're going to keep those feet together. So you can take the entire forehead onto the mat if you'd like, or you can support yourself on your elbow, whatever's more comfortable for you, but the work is the same. We're pressing into the mat with the pelvis. We're keeping the knees and the ankles together, and we're starting to press the outsides of the feet towards the outer edges of the mat. Hold and relax. So again, we're doing that a few times. And relax. So just a few exercises that you can do. Of course, you know you can always do your Kegels, but it's important if you're engaging your Kegels that you get that pelvic floor engaged before you do that. And then, of course, you can always, as you're going to the washroom, just intermittently stop and go, Those are things that all help with the pelvic floor.